Hello and welcome to the This Calls for Confetti YouTube channel. My name is Lauren Taylor from Lauren Taylor Made, and I'm so excited to have you here. I'm going to be creating what I think is a quick and easy and fun shaker card featuring lots of products from the Heart Glow collection from This Calls for Confetti. I absolutely love the 6x6 paper pad with the red and pink hearts, the colorful hearts, but I think the colorful hearts on the navy blue background is definitely one of my favorites, especially this swirly, twirly, Jeremy Bury Me vibe of the colorful hearts on the navy blue. So I'm going to use that to be the kind of card panel of my shaker card. I also have the Heart Glow shaker pouch and coordinating dies. It's a kit that comes together, and there's also a printable with some really cool shaped sentiments. So it's going to be making, like I said, shaker cards so easy. I love the two different size dies, so I can cut my window out of the swirly heart-shaped lights pattern paper, and then I can use the larger die to cut out the Thanks a Watt sentiment that fits perfectly behind that Heart Glow shaker pouch. I also have the Heart Glow confetti mix and some of the Heart Glow sentiments. Now I will say Lisa sent me a sheet of sentiments that are foilable and ones that were just regular black on white cardstock, and I didn't read the back, and I'm accidentally going to use the non-foilable, if that's a word, sentiment. So you'll hear about that when we get to that later in the video, but there's these really adorable sentiments that coordinate perfectly with this collection as well. So I'm going to trim down my pattern paper to be just slightly smaller than an A2 in size. So I'm cutting off 1/8 of an inch from an A2 size. So it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I just want a tiny sliver of my white card base when we get there to peek out around the edges of my shaker panel. I'm going to use the smaller of the two heart bulbed shape dies, again from the Heart Glow shaker pouch and die kit, to cut out the window out of my pattern paper. And then I'm going to use the larger of the two dies to cut out my Thanks a Watt sentiment from the printable. I'll go ahead and run those through my die cut machine, and you can see how they work just perfectly together. I totally had jazz hands there because I was so excited. And I knew that my cover will fit perfectly on top of the shaker pouch, which fits perfectly on top of the sentiment. And now I'm going to decide on which sentiment I want to use on my card. So I'm going to use my paper trimmer to trim out the You Make My Heart Glow sentiment, which is on the top, so pretty easy to trim that out. And then I also trimmed along the side so it would make a nice even like border of white all the way around my sentiment. Now, like I said, I was sent a foilable sheet and a non-foilable sheet, and I was a silly goose and didn't read the notes from Lisa, so I will attempt to foil my Thanks a Watt and my You Make My Heart Glow, but as you'll see, the You Make My Heart Glow will not foil. But that's okay. If you don't have a foiling setup, I'm just going to add some ink to the sentiment to give it a teal look to match my teal foil that I cut out for the Thanks a Watt design, the digital stamp. Now I did print my digital stamp out of my laser printer, so it has like a toner ink. It's not an inkjet printer, so that is foilable. But as you can see, my You Make My Heart Glow did not foil, and that was just a user error on my part. They are definitely foilable. So instead of having foil on my sentiment, we're going to pivot and we're going to grab some Salvaged Patina Distress ink, and I'm just going to add ink to my sentiment strip. An easy way to give it color without having to foil it. Now I'm going to grab my top folding A2 card base. It's cut out of some white cardstock. This is my go-to style of card bases, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my scoring tool to really enforce that score line for my card. And as I'm looking at the layout with everything put together, I know that I want to add a little bit more color to that background before I assemble my shaker pouch together. So I'm going to grab some more Distress ink, this time in squeezed lemonade and another blending brush. And I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow ink to where it says Watt. I want to give it a glowing look without completely coloring in the whole heart-shaped background. Just a little bit in the center there to give it a glow like a light bulb. I'll go ahead and clean up my mess, and then we will move on to assembling the shaker pouch. The Heart Glow Shaker Pouch already has adhesive, which is so fabulous. So I'll go ahead and peel off the release paper and pour in some of the Heart Glow confetti mix. I love the stars and the cute little conversation hearts in this set. I think the stars are definitely my favorite, and I'm going to use them on another project specifically coming up here soon on the channel. My shaker pouch is now closed up because I added the Thanks a Watt sentiment die cut to the back side. It doesn't cover the adhesive completely, which is helpful when adding it to my card base. So I went ahead and placed the pouch through my A2 card front, or slightly smaller than an A2 card front, and used it as a guide to attach my shaker pouch to my card base. I completely covered the back side of my pattern paper with double-sided adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and now add that to the card base. I'm doing my best to make sure I have even sides and top and bottom, but also fits perfectly around the Thanks a Watt Heart Glow shaker pouch. That finishes off the shaker assembly part of the card, and as you can see, I'm having a lot of fun shaking up and making sure that you can read my sentiment depending on where the confetti lies in the shaker pouch. But let's go ahead and get my sentiment strip on. Now I have the This Calls for Confetti double-sided adhesive strips. I actually doubled up one of the strips because I was planning to use it on another project, but I ended up not using it. So I'll go ahead and pull off the release paper and use it behind my sentiment strip. So I have my double-sided adhesive doubled up behind my You Make My Heart Glow sentiment strip. Now you'll notice that my shaker pouch is centered but also slightly up on the card, and I left that space for my sentiment so my card feels even from top to bottom. And that will finish off my quick and easy shaker card using the Heart Glow collection from This Calls for Confetti. I absolutely love the paper. I love the printable sentiments. I love the shaker pouch. Everything is just so cute. It's great for the Valentine's Day holiday, but I just think it's perfect for any time just to say thank you or express love to a friend or family member. Thanks again for watching. Here is more inspiration you can find from This Calls for Confetti. We hope you'll hit like if you enjoyed today's video, and if you're new here, we hope you subscribe and come back. Bye!